Hey everybody, Infinity Squared here, and today was my first day of college classes, so I need a bit of time to distress between classes, so I'm going to be talking to you about stories, because love stories. Stories are great. And specifically, I'm going to be talking about, um, I'm going to be talking about, Yuri. The stories of romance between multiple femme individuals. Just, because, I have a lot of girls' love type stories saved up in my brains, and some of them are available to read now on AO3 if you want, but yeah, I'm just going to talk about them a bit because, you know, I'm lesbian and I like writing about girls doing cute stuff together and being all affectionate and being in love. So, the first and biggest one that I've got, it's called My Best Friend is a Concubus, and despite what the title might make you think, it's completely PG. There is in one chapter, there is nudity, but not sexual nudity. There's, and there's close intimacy, but not sexual intimacy, and all that stuff. But I did mark that section so it can be skipped if need be. But it's basically a story about a young trans girl. Well, young, I don't know. I don't know ages relatively to other ages because I am 18 and am simultaneously a child and a fully grown adult, and it's weird, but got girl, she's in high school, she's transgender, she's not doing too well, and she decides to use a ritual, summon a demon. And she asks the demon to do something kinda bad. She asks to be unmade, to have never existed. And the demon says, no. She says, I can absolutely not do that. You are way too gorgeous to deprive the world of your beauty. And she offers an alternative um, contract, which is instead of that, they can just become friends. And instead of ending her life, she can make it better. And that's how Luna and Lilith got to meet each other and become friends. And then I continued to write the story. I think I'm up to somewhere between 9 and 11 chapters, maybe, up on AO3. My Best Friend is a Concubus by Lilith Infinity. But it's a really nice story. It's dealing with depression, self-worth issues, anxiety, bullying, loneliness, and all of that stuff through the lens of having loving and supportive girlfriends. And it's all cute and stuff. And I really enjoy writing that one. Honestly, I enjoy writing all of these ones that I've already written stuff for, but that one especially. Okay, so next up, we've got another one that's up on AO3 is The Legendary Tale of Lady Arya Pendragon. And it's about, that whole prophecy of King Arthur is going to be reborn. What if King Arthur was reborn and they were a trans girl? And that was the original idea behind the thing, was just, you know what? I'm gonna have the reincarnation of King Arthur, and I'm gonna have her be transgender. And that was the story. That was the character idea for a different story that I continued evolving into this, where it's not got too much mythological stuff happening yet. I'm planning on having it be relatively low magic at first and probably continue to be relatively low magic, so it's like, is it magic? Is it not magic? Who knows? But the first chapter is up and it's just some cute stuff between Arya and her girlfriend. I've also got on Reddit and in various places uh comics and stuff, drawings of Arya and her girlfriend because they're really cute together and I really enjoy writing that sort of stuff and just yeah, it's right now it's really cute and wholesome. Sadly, the story has conflicts coming up and it's not going to stay cute and wholesome forever. Well, I mean, It is, but it's not going to be just cute and wholesome. There's also on like abusive father figure dude who is a jerk. But the benefit of having a jerk in your story is that the jerk can be beaten in a sword fight. So yeah, that's the plan there. And then I've got two more girls' love stories that I haven't started writing yet, but one is a polyamorous love story between a princess, her maid, her knight, and the jester. Because the Royalty X jestership is honestly, I think it's really cute. It's like the one person who, due to jester's privilege, can just talk openly to the royalty, and I believe that could lead to some romance stuff. And it's not the most like fleshed out in my brain yet, which is kind of why I haven't started writing it, and maybe the fact that I haven't started writing it is why it's not so fleshed out. But yeah, that's an idea I have, and it's just a bunch of girls being cute and in love together. And then there's one that I had an idea last night while I was sleeping in my dorm room, and it was, what if a girl is dealing with the stress of being new to college and being transgender in a environment that's like theoretically not so bad, but like it's the world is not the best place, especially for minorities, and especially for certain minorities that for some reason are more acceptable targets for harassment and stuff. So basically, she's all stressed about that. And then this is exacerbated by her meeting the ghost of another trans girl who was there in the, I think, 1950s is the time frame I'm going for, and was murdered in a hate crime. Yippee. It Yeah, that part is really sad and stuff, but it's still pretty wholesome. Like we've got dealing with um the idea of, sure, I have these anxieties, but it's possible to be less anxious about something if someone else is anxious about it, because instead of being focused on being anxious, they're focused on trying to help them not be anxious. So, in some ways, having this ghost friend who is constantly worried that her friend is going to get murdered just like she was is bad for anxiety, because you have like a floating talking reminder of the fact that murder is a possibility and is not completely out of the question, but also at the same time you have uh, much more of a motivation to challenge these thoughts and these feelings of anxiety, because you don't want your friend to be stressed. And also dealing with the fact that the ghost girl, as she continues to develop her ectoplasmic form and stuff, she gets like really pretty and stuff. Like, by in the words of the human protagonist of this story, she is gradually becoming, is constantly becoming like super hot, and that is causing a bit of gay panic and like, oh, there's just a really attractive girl following me around and she's invisible and floats and stuff. So yeah, there is going to be Yuri elements to that because I just like writing that. I've also got on AO3 some other stuff that's like more fandom based fanfics of, I've got a thing going for Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 with romance of Yuya and Zuzu, which, fun fact, it's a very common agreement that has become to with the um, Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. Yuya Sakaki is LGBTQIA+. Yeah, all at once. Well, depending on the person, it might be just like one or two of them, but like, at least in my story, they're literally the entire acronym. They're lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, intersex, asexual, all of it, all at once. Or I think the B stood more for bigender, or and the plus you got the pansexual, and it's just, yeah. Because looking at that story and looking at that character, super queer. Like the queer energy of that character is just off the charts. Saw it, I think, in my rating Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist by T-Girl Swag video if you've seen that one, and if not, that's a video I have. You might want to go watch it if you want. No pressure though. But yeah, it's got 10 out of 10 transgender swag in both directions. And I think they got like around third place in the trans in both directions bracket I ran on Tumblr. They well, I don't know. They lost to Link and then Link went on to win the whole thing, so I think they would have gone a lot farther if they hadn't gone up against Link right in like the second round. But yeah. And then I've also got some stuff for the Card Fight Vanguard dress series, Overdress and Will Plus Dress, where I've got some content. It was actually one of my first fan stories that I wrote that I posted on Tumblr and then later imported onto AO3, where it's Yu Kondo being a trans girl, because that kid is the single most transcoded character I've ever seen in any piece of media ever. It's like, wow, they are so transgender. I have an essay about it on my Tumblr, I believe, just some of the transcoding of the character, and it's just, they are very trans. And if Bushiroad, if you hear this, if this video makes its way to you or someone who works for you, don't be a coward. Allow Yu to come out as trans. I can tell that that's where the character is going. Like, that's the direction of the character arc. I see this. I've seen the content. I've seen the implications. Don't queerbait us. Please. But anyways, yeah, that's it. That's some of the content I've been working on. That's some of my writing ideas, and uh lesbian or whatever. Yeah. Just I like writing about girls being cute and kissing and stuff and cuddling and all of that. And I think I've calmed myself down from the first day of class jitters, so I'll stop this video here. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.